Let's start with a scenario. You're staring at the ceiling, and your brain is just replaying that one moment in your life where everything just clicked. Maybe it was a chance meeting at a coffee shop that launched your career, or I don't know, a random left turn that led you to the love of your life. Was that just random chaos working in my favor?
Or did I somehow engineer that?
It is the age-old battle, isn't it? Blind luck versus alignment.
We love to categorize it. You're either the grinder, hustling until your fingers bleed to force a result, or you're the mystic, sitting back, burning sage, and hoping the universe drops a winning lottery ticket into your lap.
Today, we're diving into a source that suggests it's not a binary choice. It's a mechanism, a very specific, beautiful mechanism.
We are looking at a really fascinating piece of work today titled The Clover Field. It's by Kim S. MacKenzie. She's an artist, an author, a philosopher. And this piece comes from her collection Homage to the Stars, By Day and By Night.
And what makes this deep dive so unique is that we aren't just analyzing text. We're analyzing a visual map alongside a poem.
Right. We have a painting and a 6-line poem.
And the mission today isn't to critique the brushstrokes or get into art history. It's to understand the philosophy embedded in the image. We're talking about the concept of the reach and the physics of how human effort gets met by, well, something else.
Forces unseen.
Forces unseen. I love that phrase. So for you listening, I want you to visualize this with us. We're looking at this painting, the Clover Field. And the first thing that hits you, it isn't the clovers, it's the void.
It is striking. The background is this deep, cosmic blue and purple. It evokes the night sky, for sure, but also a sort of spiritual womb.
Right.
It feels like the space where things exist before they become things. In philosophy, we might call this the realm of potentiality. It's vast, it's dark, but it is not empty.
And dominating the top of this dark space is this massive glowing sphere. It looks like a moon, but it's translucent almost, misty.
And if you squint, and I actually had to zoom in on the source material here because the detail is so subtle, there are shapes floating inside that sphere.
Yes, they're ghostly clovers, faint white and light blue outlines, just drifting there in the haze.
It's such a specific artistic choice because a 4-leaf clover usually represents luck, right? Something you just stumble upon in the grass. But here, they are suspended in the sky. They aren't on the ground yet.
I see that upper sphere as the repository of what could be.
Think of it like the unwritten books, the businesses that haven't been started, the relationships that haven't sparked yet. They exist as forms, Plato's forms maybe, but they lack substance.
They're waiting for a trigger.
They are the potential versions of your life that haven't happened yet.
A trigger to come down. Because when you look at the bottom of the painting, the energy shifts completely. We go from this ethereal, ghostly vibe to something incredibly grounded.
The contrast is the whole point. Down in the soil of the painting, you have 2 distinct 4-leaf clovers. But they aren't ghostly outlines anymore.
No.
They are vivid, bright green leaves, glowing yellow centers, and they are surrounded by this intense purple and blue aura.
They look heavy in a good way, like they're fully realized. If the top sphere is the idea,
The bottom clovers are the reality.
but the part that really hooked me is what's happening between them. There's a connection.
The stem.
It's this thick blue stem-like channel running straight from that massive upper sphere down to the clovers. It looks like a download cable or an umbilical cord.
It suggests a direct flow. This isn't at random. The energy from the potential, that upper sphere, is being funneled directly into the reality of the soil. But did you catch the detail on the sides of that flow?
The red streaks.
Yes. Faint red vertical lines running alongside that blue channel.
I wasn't sure what to make of those at first. You know, red usually means danger or stop or maybe passion. But here it feels more like friction.
I interpret it as heat or kinetic energy. Physics tells us that movement generates heat.
Oh, that's good.
It suggests that the download process isn't passive. It requires energy. It implies the passage of time or maybe the intensity of the effort required to pull that potential down to earth.
Which sets the stage perfectly for the text, because the painting gives us the visual of the download, but the poem gives us the instructions.
The how-to.
The how-to on initiating it. Because otherwise, those clovers just stay stuck in the moon, right?
Exactly. So let's look at the first 2 lines. MacKenzie writes, "Commit to the reach through seasons of day, and we will be met and shown the right way."
There is a heavy lift in those first 4 words. Commit to the reach.
Commit is the anchor there.
It just stops me, because trying is easy. Wishing is effortless. We wish for things all the time. But commit implies a contract.
Yeah.
You're signing on a dotted line before you see the result.
Precisely. And look at what you are committing to. You aren't committing to the outcome.
Right.
You aren't committing to getting the clover. You are committing to the reach.
That's a huge distinction. The reach sounds active. It implies extension. If I'm reaching for something, by definition, it's outside my current grasp. I have to unbalance myself to get to it. I have to lean out.
It is the delta between where you are and where you want to be. And most people, they want that gap to close automatically. MacKenzie is saying you have to physically, mentally, or spiritually stretch across that gap.
But then comes the hard part, the part that usually makes people quit. Through seasons of day.
Seasons, plural.
Ugh, that's the part no one wants to hear. We live in an instant gratification world. We love the overnight success story. We want the Amazon Prime delivery of our destiny.
But seasons implies cycles. It implies a winter where you're reaching and your arm is freezing and nothing is happening. It implies a scorching summer where you're exhausted. Seasons of day suggests a long, illuminated endurance.
You have to hold the pose.
You have to hold the pose.
That's the grit, that's the red streaks in the painting, the heat of holding on when you don't see the result yet. But here's the payoff. The second line changes the grammar completely. And we will be met and shown the right way. We went from I reach to we are met.
This is the shift from agency to receptivity. This is the core insight of the piece. You provide the reach. The universe, or the forces unseen, provides the meeting.
It's a handshake.
Ideally, yes. But think about how often we mess up that handshake. Some people just sit there waiting to be met, but they never reach. That's the dreamer who never takes action.
So the potential stays stuck in that upper sphere as a ghost.
Yes. And the flip side is a person who is reaching and reaching and reaching, grinding themselves into dust, but they don't trust that they'll be met.
They think they have to drag the moon down all by themselves.
They're trying to build the whole bridge from one side. And that is just a recipe for burnout. MacKenzie is proposing a partnership. You build your half of the bridge through seasons of day, and you have to trust that the other half of the bridge is being built towards you.
Shown the right way. That implies we don't actually know the way when we start reaching.
We can't. If the clovers are currently just ghostly outlines in the sphere, we can't possibly know the mechanics of how they'll manifest. We just have to trust the direction.
You commit to the what?
And you are shown the how.
This leads us into the next section, which I think is the strongest philosophical argument in the piece. This is where we talk about why your life doesn't look like anyone else's. And honestly, this is the part I needed to hear the most. Lines 3 and 4. A path just for us, which is tailored supreme to merge our potential with forces unseen.
Tailored supreme.
It sounds like high-end fashion. Bespoke.
It is the ultimate rejection of the generic. I mean, think about the modern condition. We scroll through social media, we look at someone else's Clover Field, their career, their fitness, their lifestyle.
And we think, I need to replicate that map.
Exactly. We try to put on their suit. And then we wonder why it doesn't fit, why the sleeves are too long, or why it feels tight in the shoulders. We think, it worked for them, so I must be doing it wrong. MacKenzie is arguing that the path is tailored supreme. It is cut to your specific measurements, your traumas, your talents, your timing. If you are trying to walk someone else's path, you aren't reaching for your own potential. You're reaching for a ghost that belongs to someone else.
That's actually incredibly relieving. It just kills the FOMO.
Yeah.
Because it means I can't miss my boat, because my boat is only designed for me to pilot.
Correct. You cannot miss what is truly yours, but you can delay it by trying to be someone else. And that leads to the mechanism in line 4, to merge our potential with forces unseen.
The merge. This brings us right back to the painting, that blue stem connecting the top and bottom. That is the merge.
It is the collision point. We have our potential. That's the raw material we bring, the skills we learn, the hours we put in, the reach.
And then there are forces unseen.
Right. And we should probably clarify forces unseen. That could be God, it could be the universe, it could be quantum mechanics, or it could just be luck.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't matter what you label it. It is the variable X that you cannot control. It is the timing of the market. It is the mood of the hiring manager. It is the weather on your wedding day.
So success isn't conquering those forces.
No, it's merging with them.
It's aerodynamic. You're drafting behind the energy of the universe rather than trying to run into the wind.
Exactly. If you look at the painting, the flow is vertical. Gravity assists it. The potential wants to come down. The forces unseen are trying to deliver the package. The merge is just you opening the door to let it in.
So if we commit to the reach, endure the seasons, and trust that the suit is tailored for us, What's the end game? What is the result of this merger? The final lines. And so we may be prepared to fulfill a fortunate beauty in the Clover Field.
Two words jump out at me immediately. Prepared to fulfill.
What prepared?
Because it validates the struggle. Why did we have to go through seasons of day? Why couldn't we just have the clover instantly?
Because we weren't ready.
Because we weren't prepared to hold it yet.
Oh, that's so interesting. So the season isn't just a waiting room, it's a training montage.
Think about the painting again. Those clovers at the bottom are vibrant, they are glowing, they have an aura. If you drop that kind of energy into a system that wasn't ready for it, a person who hadn't developed the character or the discipline to sustain it, it wouldn't be a blessing, it would be destructive.
Like winning the lottery when you have zero financial literacy, or getting the CEO job before you know how to lead people.
Exactly. The reach conditions the muscles, so when the forces unseen finally deliver the payload, you are prepared to fulfill it. You can carry the weight of the blessing.
You aren't crushed by your own luck.
You're not.
And the destination is a fortunate beauty in the Clover Field.
Notice she calls it a fortunate beauty, not fortunate wealth or fortunate success.
Beauty implies something aesthetic, something harmonious.
It connects back to the art. The bottom of the painting is beautiful, it's balanced, it feels alive. MacKenzie's suggesting that the end goal of all of this striving isn't just accumulation, it's the creation of something beautiful. Your life, your work, your field, it should be a work of art.
And the Clover Field itself, in the context of the poem, it doesn't feel like a place you go to visit. It feels like a state of being.
It is the state of alignment. It is the moment where the ghostly outline in the sphere has fully overlapped with the soil of your reality. You are standing in your own luck.
It really reframes the whole concept of a four-leaf clover. We grow up thinking a four-leaf clover is an anomaly, a mistake of nature that you get lucky to find.
But here, the tailored supreme path suggests that your life is supposed to be the anomaly. You are supposed to be the four-leaf clover.
Wow.
You aren't hunting for luck, you are cultivating a field where luck is the native crop.
That is a massive paradigm shift.
Yeah.
It stops you from looking for breaks and starts you working on the soil.
And that is why the painting and the poem are inseparable. If you just had the painting, you might think, oh, pretty magic clovers falling from the sky. If you just had the poem, you might think it's just about hard work.
Right.
Together, they form a complete philosophy, the flow of potential to reality, and the active, committed reach that bridges the gap.
So I want to bring this down to the pavement for everyone listening, because this is high-minded stuff, spheres and voids and cosmic downloads. But what does this mean for someone waking up tomorrow morning with a goal that feels miles away?
I think the first step is to audit your reach.
What do you mean by that?
Ask yourself, what is the ghostly clover in your sphere? What is the thing you are vaguely hoping for? And then ask, am I actively reaching for it, or am I just waiting for gravity to do the work?
Commit to the reach. Are you stretching?
Yeah.
Are you uncomfortable? Because if you're comfortable, you probably aren't reaching.
Right. If you're secure in your footing, you aren't extending far enough. And the second practical application is to check your relationship with time. If you are in a season of day where nothing is happening, can you reframe that?
Yeah.
Instead of failure, can you view it as preparation?
I am being prepared to fulfill. That's a mantra right there. It turns impatience into purpose. It changes I'm stuck to I'm training.
And finally, the tailored supreme check. Are you frustrated because you're not achieving someone else's result?
Oh, that's the killer. Why is their clover field blooming and mine is just dirt?
Because you're planting their seeds in your soil. You have to trust that your path is unique. If you stop looking sideways and look up at your own sphere, your own potential, and focus on that vertical connection, the frustration usually dissipates.
It's about staying in your own lane, but reaching vertically within that lane.
Beautifully put. It's vertical growth versus horizontal comparison.
I'm looking at those two glowing clovers at the bottom of the painting one last time. They look confident. They don't look like they're struggling anymore. They look like they belong there.
They are fully integrated. The struggle was in the stem. The struggle was in the red streaks. The result is the stillness and beauty of the clover.
It's a powerful image to hold on to. We are co-creators. We don't control the outcome entirely, but we control the invitation.
The potential is there. The forces unseen are hovering, waiting for a signal. The rest is up to the reach.
So here is the question I want to leave you with today. If we accept MacKenzie's premise that the path is tailored supreme for you and that you cannot miss what is truly yours, what fear can you let go of today?
And to add to that, If the forces unseen are truly ready to meet you, as the poem promises, why are you hesitating to extend your hand? What is the risk, really, if you know the handshake is waiting?
Deep stuff. We'll see you next time.